Gentlemen, good afternoon. So, Saturday sessions, it's afternoon for me, but it doesn't matter. Wherever you are in the world, if it's morning, if it's evening, maybe it's even the next day, thank you for tuning in, clicking that button. First off, the content here is to help you. It's to help you in your reboot, it's to help you in your recovery. So, feel free to subscribe. Saturday sessions is every week. And I'm posting more and more content throughout the week as well. So subscribe when when you feel to do that. I know that there's a lot of resources out there for you. I'm just one to help you. Now, with that being said, this is something I have personally learned. It has helped me in my reboot. It has helped me in my recovery, sustained recovery. So I'm giving this information to you, and I know the number one thing that you maybe while you are before all of those things, before all morning routine, whether it be actually a good habits or maybe the bad ones, you need number one, you need to say thank you for a new day, and I embrace all of the wonderful things that are going to happen. I embrace all of the wonderful things that are going to happen. You can do that with your arms open, or you just even mentally say it out loud. Now, why? Why that? Well, our brain is the most impressionable the first 15 minutes when we wake up. So, what we're thinking, what we're watching, what we're listening to, the activity that we're going to do actually sets the tone for the day. So if that's the number one thing, the very first thing that you do, I embrace all the wonderful things that are going to happen today. You are creating already positivity. You're creating for yourself an attitude that the day is going to be fantastic. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be good. Now, I'm a realist. I think most of us are realists. So, yes, there will be disappointments. There will be frustrations. Maybe there's going to be stress with family or with work throughout the day. So, you can realistically be thinking to yourself, even if I say this, it's not going to be totally wonderful. No, but the point is, in creating this as a morning routine, you will, over time, it's not going to happen immediately, gentlemen. It won't happen immediately. But over time, in a matter of weeks, actually, you will be able to start seeing a small mental shift. So those discouragements, disappointments suddenly aren't going to be so much on your mind. How you're feeling, negative, won't be in your mind so long. You won't actually have that kind of expression on your face. You're not going to have that kind of behavior around others because you're thinking differently. So, number one thing you must do in the morning is to just say the very first thing when you wake up, I embrace all the wonderful things that are going to happen today. Now, in the evening, and I know so many of us are fathers and so many of us are in relationships. So, it's easy to forget and it's easy to look at the bed as a way to, like, just as a respite, end of a very challenging day or maybe even it was an awesome day, but now you want to sleep. So you see the bed as just a chance to go and to fall asleep immediately. But in fact, before you do that, you need to do an examination of your day. Almost kind of like you're examining your conscience, but setting the conscience aside. You're going to examine, you're going to review your actions, your thoughts, your emotions for the day. What were your wins? And again, we're sticking with positivity here. So we're not going to be thinking about the disappointments and the frustrations. Yes, they're going to come to your mind, but you're going to set that aside. You're going to focus only on, in reviewing your day, what were the successes? What were the wins? What were the things that made you happy? That made you proud? That brought a smile to the face or laughter? And in doing that, once you make that list, And if you wish, you can even journal it. One of my other videos that you happen to see talks about journaling as a good tool. But if you don't journal, maybe you just say this out loud. Thank you for all the wonderful things that happened today, such as, and then you list them. What are you doing? You're creating two bookends to your day. And it becomes a routine in which you wake up with positivity and you end with positivity. And that means all the difference. Why? Because we know often that anger, sometimes it's the hunger, it could be specific individuals, maybe even specific loved ones, are triggers for us. We want to act out, and many times we do, which leads, of course, to relapsing. But in our reboot, this is a very good activity to do, to start to practice. And for those of you that are in recovery for a sustained amount of time, such as myself, 3+ years, this is a very, very good, I would say highly effective tool to use as the routine, as the habits continue to grow and continue to develop. And so I'm giving you all of this right now just to simply say you're creating bookends, positive bookends in the beginning and at the end of your day, which will, in time, sustainable recovery is possible. This is part of what you will also help kind of prevent or at least kind of fight against those triggers that might come up. Ultimately, it is just one more tool, one more weapon, if you wish, to use effectively to make sure that your recovery is sustainable and that you put aside all of that poor behavior, the acting out, and you truly do transform your life. That is it, brothers. That's the only thing I want to give you today, this day's Saturday sessions. Number one thing to do in the morning, embrace all the wonderful things that are going to happen. And in the evening, list your wins. Thank you for all those things that happened today for me. Practice gratitude, practice thankfulness, create this as a sustainable tool, and it will help you in your recovery. As always, your tomorrow starts today. I wish you blessings.